Hello, welcome back to the channel, and it's time for another British Guy Reviews American beer. And today it is a pale ale from Russian River Brewing Company up in Northern California, and it is a beer called It Takes a Lot of Great Beer to Make Great Wine. Coming in at 5.25% ABV. It's a brand new beer for me from Russian River. There's a look at the bottle cap there. And I did see an Instagram post about this beer when they were getting it made, and I was hoping they were going to bottle it. And guess what? I went down to my local bottle shop, and there it was. So I got myself a bottle, $7 a bottle. So the history of the beer, I suppose. Russian River was a brewery that back in the day, in its infancy, was a small brewery that was based on a vineyard. And I like to conjure up the image of the workers at the vineyard crushing grapes or whatever they do all day, tending to the grapes, but actually settling back and having a beer at the end of the day as a nice kind of bit of refreshment after a day's work. I guess back in the day, it was a little bit of a novel idea to have that kind of beer and wine culture mixed in such a way. But I suppose as craft beer and artisan beer and all of those things have developed over the years, it's much more natural now, I would say, to kind of mix those two cultures. But back in the day, like I said, it was probably quite a novel thing. But anyway, Russian River, one of my favorite breweries, so I'm always super stoked to try one of their new beers. Again, 5.25% ABV. It's pretty expensive. That's the one thing I will say when you're talking about $7 a bottle. But then I always kind of try and square that away with the fact that if I went down to my local bar, I'd be charged $7 for a Budweiser or whatever it might be. So yes, to think I'm paying $7 for a bottle of beer and it's a medium strength pale ale, it's a little bit sometimes a little bit difficult to get over. But then I just have to put things in perspective. It's still fairly expensive, I guess. But let's see if it lives up to the price tag. So it is a clear, light golden coloured beer. It looks like there's a bit of haze there, but it's not hazy. There's a bit of condensation on the glass. There we are. So pretty clear, a light haze, I guess. Carbonation streaming up the middle of the glass, and it is a one finger bright white foamy head on the beer with quite a good retention. Looks nice in the glass as we rock the beer back and forth. It smells super clean. It's not overpowering in any way, but you get that nice citrus, lemon, hop. There's a little bit of breadiness as well. I think there's probably the breadiness of the ale yeast. Touch of kind of light caramel, but it is light. Yeah, it's kind of there's just a hint of the fact that there's that malty, a little bit of kind of grainy with a touch of caramel. Lovely, pleasant, clean aroma to the beer. Let's see how it is. Cheers. Yeah, if I was going to go and sit in a beer garden and I wanted to pick a beer that I could just drink over and over and sink, 3 or 4, 5 pints of something, this would be absolutely spot on. I'll try and describe what it actually tastes like rather than just um, a crushable pale ale. Yeah, there is that grainy, slight little bit of sweetness, but like all Russian River beers, the finish is nice and dry. There is the hop character that you were kind of getting on the nose is there, so it's a light citrus, a little bit of grapefruit maybe, but it's more kind of lemony, orangey, touch of earthiness there as well. Yeah, that kind of pithy orange, but nothing overpowering. It's super light. It's super balanced. Um, Lovely mouthfeel to the beer. It's fizzy, but not overly so. But it's lively. So it just feels bright and crisp and clean in your mouth. So really nice drinking experience. Again, yeah. If I was going to go to a pub or a bar and looking for something that I could just sit out in the garden and just drink back to back to back, this would absolutely be right up there. Touch of bitterness, not overly so, but just the right amount to balance off that beer. Clean up that sweetness. Lingers on the palate a little bit. Um, Really, really, really nice pale ale. So, how would I rate it? Well, I kind of went into this review thinking, it's got to be an exceptional 5% American pale ale at $7 a bottle for me to be raving about the beer. Um, I'm going to try and take price tag out of the equation here and just rate it for purely what it is um, as a American pale ale. Yeah, I really like it. I'll give out of five. I'll give that a straight 4 out of 5. Anyone who's watched a few of my videos will know that once I'm in the fours, then I'm this is a really good beer that I would recommend that you can go out, and if you can find it, I would try and pick it up and give this a go. So yeah, so it takes a lot of great beer to make great wine from Russian River Brewing Company. I will give a 4 out of 5. So as always, I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Get notifications when I release a new video. Comment. Always great to hear what you guys think of the beers. I'm a big Russian River fan. I know there's lots of people out there who are as well. I'm a little bit of a distance from the brewery, so I kind of can get hold of what I can get hold of in my local bottle shop. But is there anything I should be looking out for when I'm looking for the Russian River beers? Are there any other great American pale ales out there that I might not have tried that you would recommend? Maybe at a little bit of a lower price point than $7. Let me know. And until then, it's cheers for now.